Good morning, Bigfoot fam. How is everybody doing? Hope y'all are doing well. It's a gloomy kind of morning out here, but it doesn't really matter. It's gonna be a fucking wicked day. Valentine's Day for all of y'all that are celebrating. So there's that for you. And I'll be celebrating with Yeezys today because it's apparently being delivered today. So I'm gonna get myself in a good workout this morning, do all my computer work and stuff while I'm waiting. Got a bunch of emails and stuff I got to get out and kind of like let everybody know that the laser engraving is going to be on hold for a minute. And then, we'll get the new V2s in and we'll take a look at those bish. So, yeah, so for now, I'm going to go get some cardio, swing some kettlebells, shower up, and get to work. So, let's get it. So I'm not usually a big breakfast person in the morning. I usually don't eat till about like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, but I've been up since 5 and I've already worked out and got a bunch of stuff. It's going to be a big day, so I figured I'm going to make myself a big old meal. English style.
I've been telling you, pushing through the system, we get a brief. What I don't think people realize is by documenting and communicating on a daily basis, as you build an audience that is just interested in people, reality TV at scale, it opens up business development opportunities.
Just dropped my camera and broke the mic. Is it? Okay, well, it's still registering audio. It's just the clip, so looks like we got a little fix to do today. Shit. I feel like I'm straight up following the vlogger's handbook or some shit. Having broken my mic. I'm pretty sure I can get that as a replacement part, but I'm positive that I can fix it myself. So I'm gonna do that first. We'll do that while we're waiting for UPS guy. And that fucking breakfast was delicious. I fucked up them eggs, but essentially just like a little bit of tater tots, some sausages, and beans. So I ended up breaking one of the little plastic tabs on the Ricote mount for my microphone on this camera. The audio still seems to work, so I think I can, I know I can fix it, so I'm going to use some of my hobby glues right now, and to the workstation we go. All right, it's been well over an hour, so let's see if this set enough for this to work. All right, fixed. All right. It's a good thing I was waiting. You just left these at the stairs. Alright, well I just got in the new Yeezys. This is one of those times where I actually remembered to click express shipping, and holy fuck, that was express. I gotta go do a shipping in a bit here, so I wanna fucking wear these. So, new Boost Day is always exciting. When it's your favorite pair of shoes, really damn exciting. And of course, that box we all know and love. Oh yeah. This thing's in there fucking tight. Come on. Today's Valentine's Day, so this is my present to myself. So there we have it. That 350 box. Yeezy Boost 350 made by Adidas. And then it just has the adidas.com/Kanye website on it. So the official name on the tag is Core Black Red. And some people are calling these the Breds because for some reason people like to use Jordan nicknames. I guess it makes sense, but I'm calling these the red letters. Let me know what you guys think. Bred, red letters, or the Night Riders.
Night Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist.
That's it. Red letters or Night Riders? What do you guys think? Got these in a size 13. Generally, for myself, 14 is like perfect in a V2, but 13 just takes a little bit of work, and taking out the insole and stretching in the prime knit and the toe box a little bit over like a week or so with like some shoe trees or something, and then it ends up fitting fine. So enough gabbing. Let's take a look at these fucking things. Damn. Okay. That all solid black prime knit upper looks so sick. Usually it has the different colors speckled throughout it. So just seeing it all straight murdered looks so sick. But you can still see the stitching of where the stripe is. Even both layers of the stripe actually. There's the pull tab that they brought back, that they recycled from the other ones. Which, my first impression, I still think it's going to look better without. Wow. Super stealthy. Super sick. So yeah, this is just like all of our other Yeezy V2s. They've taken a massive leap, in my opinion, and many others too. They've taken a massive leap from the V1 as far as technology that they ended up using in it. And it just seems like they generally were learning from other shoes that they were producing throughout Adidas as far as things that they're trying to do. So basically, it starts off with it's a little bit of a thicker prime knit than they usually do on their other shoes. That's reinforced with this like suede-like material, and that's why it's a little bit tighter in the toe box even, and rather than having the stretchy prime knit that like Ultra Boosts have, or even like Ultra Boost 3.0 especially, that lets your toes like fully move, it's a bit more reinforced. So in my opinion, it's going to make for a bit more wearable shoe like year round, honestly. Like I wear my Yeezys, to be honest. Like I was wearing mine in the snow and shit like that. Not like fully in the snow, but like in snowy weather and stuff. So yeah, it's got that thicker prime knit upper, which like I was saying, you can see the stripes still knitted in it. The whole top is 2 pieces of prime knit that would be, I think they have some crazy fucking 3D printing knitting machine. Prints out the upper in 2 pieces, which are then sewed together with that infamous crosshatch stitch, which is another good way that you can end up actually utilizing that to test for fakes. There's a lot of tests and stuff for it online where you can they'll show you the stitching of a real one versus the fake, and then you kind of end up figuring out what's real and what's fake. So yeah, just super solid black rope laces on this one, like on the Black Friday releases. Yeah, so they brought back the heel tab. I'm pretty sure this is exactly recycled from the Pirate Black V1s. Like it looks like exactly the same. I don't have a pair of V1s myself to compare them, but correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody that has a pair, let me know. Speaking of the V1s, on the inside they had that suede, like it was like a support cap that had the embossed Yeezy and then a trefoil on, I don't know which side was which. On this one they ended up raising up the cage that wraps around the Boost to add more support, and it actually ends up adding a bit more of a sleeker design and a better overall aesthetic in my opinion. And so speaking of that, it wraps down into that what is now a translucent cage. The reason it's translucent is because it's now a lot thinner and a lot more malleable, letting that Boost breathe more, because the whole thing about Boost is that it needs to be able to flex and be able to like take in energy, expand, and then give energy back. So Boost is life. Boost is life. Speaking of Boost, that little Boost window. Hello Boost. Full leg Boost that we all want to see, which comes out super wide. on the footing of it, which it comes out at like a good centimeter or two almost on either side of your foot to give you good form of stability. Man, these things are stealthy. The Supply 350 on these ones that was mirrored on the Black Friday releases. So on the Black Friday V2s, the Supply 350 on the left side of the shoe was orientated in the proper direction for you to be able to read it. And then on the right shoe, it was a mirror image, which ended up confusing a lot of people, but that is actually from race cars, from the liveries that they would put on them. And liveries are like the sticker jobs that they would use to display all their sponsors and stuff. So basically they would design one side and it would have a specific layout of the way it looks, in this case Supply 350, and they would want to be able to have that same exact layout. They reversed it and mirrored it. So that's where that actually comes from. On these ones, it's mirrored on both sides. Reasoning behind that one? I don't know. Looks badass though, so you can't ever complain with it being badass. If anybody knows the reasoning behind that, or just maybe it was because they're switching it up, let me know. So again, I don't have a pair of V1s myself. I would still like to get them at some point, but I still have to, like most of you, scrape together my funds that I do have and not eat for a day or two, you know, to be able to get the things that I do want to get. So I'm not just able to pick up every release I want. They've got a completely upgraded heel box, which has so much more padding. And even on this pair, I don't know if it has more again. I think it does. Okay, so I'm just putting this out there, but I think that, because I have 4 pairs now. I have the Beluga, I have the Coppers, and I have the Greens. And I just checked on all 3 of those compared to these ones. And these ones have a slight bit more padding in the heel. Oh man, that feels nice. It's got 3 stripes on the inside heel for a nice bit of hidden branding. That's like the only bit of branding on the outside of the shoe. And actually, speaking of the transparent outsole, it is made out of 3 pieces from what I can see. It is 1 piece that comes down the center and then wraps up the back, which is why you can kind of see these lines here with an edge piece here and here. And so I think that is just their way that they figured out being able to wrap around the boost without messing with how the boost needs to react. I don't see any other main differences that I can tell off the top, but like I say, anybody else that has these other pairs, let me know too, because I think that there's a little bit more padding in these heel patches on the side. So as always with my Yeezys and my Ultra Boosts, size 13 Yeezys especially, I take out my insoles. The insoles on these ones are just white, whereas on the Black Fridays, the 3 different colors that they released, they all had matching colors that corresponded to the stripe on the side. I would have liked them to match the red to the red that was on these V2s, because that red's pretty fucking sick. Pretty deadly. So yeah, I'll take my insoles out and I stand right on top of that boost. A nice connection. Yeah, this is my 4th pair of V2s now, my 2nd pair that I picked up at retail. I've got a couple vlogs that I've showed that on how I pick up Yeezys online. I don't use bots. It's all manual. It's all a little bit of time and effort, and yeah, just persistence. Being able to cop these online when they were rumoring that it was extremely limited. At first they were talking about we only had 180 pairs in Canada, and then it turned out to be about 600. When we got the stock list, when they first loaded up, there's only 8 pairs of 13s that got loaded into Canada, and I somehow copped. So, online ninja, maybe? I'll take that title. Self-proclaimed. What up? So, the only thing, meow. So if you follow me on Twitter at all, at Bigfoot_kicks, you will have known that I'm really not digging these pull tabs. I don't know. It's not quite fucking doing it for me. Like, one of my favorite things about the V2s is this curve of the booty arch. That Kim K booty arch, you know? Everybody loves some booty. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with that being hidden by the pull tab, like, dog, you're hiding the booty. Like a thick girl with a sweater tied around her waist. No bueno. Breaks my heart. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I don't know. Which back end do you like better? No pull tab? Pull tab? I really like that booty arch. Maybe I've just been watching too much H3 lately in my spare time, but I almost feel like the placement of that, like the angle of it, and then on the booty, reminds me of Ethan's chub and tuck.
Something like that. That's a chub and tuck. I mean, I don't need to explain what it means probably, but you tuck the chub. I know how to play to my strengths, you know what I mean? That's a chub and tuck.
and not in a good way. Like his accentuates that thickness where this hides it. So I'll most likely be doing a tutorial on how to remove that pull tab. Let me know if you want to see that. A lot of people are already kind of humming and hawing about it, but I think it needs to be done. All right, well, I'm going to throw these things on feet and go to the post office and go do my errands for the day, and then busy. Up wearing these all day long, and yeah, I've come to the conclusion that they have made some improvements since the last V2s. I didn't notice any between all the other ones. It's the Belugas, the Black Fridays. I didn't cop the Oreo, so I can't give my opinion on that, but Black Fridays and Belugas were the same as far as qualities and stuff. Yeah, they stepped up a few things in the red letters, which were a couple of the things that people were complaining about. So let's just hop right into it right away. I feel like the toe box is a bit more forgiving and is a bit roomier, whereas that was the one thing on all the previous ones. Obviously, the reason I had to go up to 14 on my Black Friday releases on the greens and coppers, and the reason being so is that the toe box is a bit tighter, which I had to stretch in on my Belugas, which are a 13, but it ended up working out. So yeah, they gave an actual bit more room in the toe box, it seems, which is fucking awesome, meaning that these 13s now fit me perfectly with the insole taken out. And second of all, as soon as I put them on, actually before I even put them on, when I was feeling the inside padding, you heard me mention it earlier, but I feel like they upped the padding in the rear heel portion of this. What it feels like to me is that the rear heel tab portion is actually just a tiny bit wider than on the previous versions. Not much at all. I'm talking minuscule. It could just be within the pairs, but just something that I noticed, that it's a bit comfier in the rear heels than it is on the Black Fridays. Yeah, let me know if it's the same for any of you guys that have multiple pairs. So yeah, I know I've been talking a lot of shit on the heel tab, and part of me really wants to cut it off, and part of me really wants to keep it on, and that's fucking difficult. But I think it would just look so clean without it. So in my heart, I think it needs to be done. These have become like my favorite pair, pretty much. Like, just because of that colorway, I mean, you can wear that with fucking anything. And not to mention just like those couple little changes that they made, that more accommodating toe box. And I mean, come on, V2s. So I'm ridiculously stoked to add these into my collections, my fourth pair of V2s. Let me know if any of you guys copped. It seemed that there was a lot more people that it ended up getting through. Maybe Adidas is doing a better job at blocking bots. That would be fucking sick if that was the case. Like I say, stoked as fuck to have these guys in the collection. It seems to be like the only pairs that I'm like really stoked for anymore is like, you know, the cool colorways that come out within the Ultra Boost 3.0s, and then V2s, man. That's my jam. I don't know. I just fucking love them so much. Like, so comfy. And, you know, the fact that most people don't like them. And then I mean, a lot of people like them for being a hype beast. And, you know, and I may be a hype beast in that sense, but for me, it's the comfort factor and the look and just, I don't know, everything about it. It's fucking sick. Feels like a fucking Future Ninja shoe or some shit. Yeah, the Night Riders in this colorway. So yeah, one of my new favorite pairs. Stoked as fuck on these guys. Let me know if you want to see a possible how-to on removing the pull tab, because I think it might be going down. I think we're going to hit 500 within this week, most likely, and as soon as we do, I'll come up with all the details and figure out how to get to you guys this Create Dreams clothing giveaway. Fuck, man, I'm stoked as fuck to finally be able to give something back to you guys, because you've been awesome as fuck, giving me shitload of support, liking all these videos and stuff that I do, which has just become like, you know, a wicked creative outlet for myself, let alone just like get to dive more into certain pairs of shoes that I'd be interested in that I might not have been able to have the opportunity to do before. So hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video, share it around so we can get to 500 and you might get some clothing in the long run. And yeah, if you're new around here, welcome to the Bigfoot fam. I hope you all have a fucking awesome day. Find your passions, create dreams, and let's get it.
cut it. Them bitches way too high, you need to cut it.